Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Survey Being Hunted. This is like episode 612 now, isn't it? I'm actually recording this straight after the last one. I should have even checked the number before I actually started waffling on, shouldn't I? But we're back here on this island, of course, on this same map. Another podcast style episode and all that, because I've got more stuff actually that I kind of want to talk about. Just not connected to what I was talking about last time though, but of course, hope you're all looking forward in the meantime to the series that I have planned for December and all that. I'm also thinking about Surrey being hunted, what sort of stuff I'll need to do here, whether that's challenges or whether that's just general discussion stuff. Because I'm thinking, because what I did last... Sorry, God, I'm getting gas from my water coming up my throat. What I sort of did last year, I actually did a couple of Christmas-themed challenges in Sur, didn't I? I did that Christmas dinner one where I was gathering ingredients, and I also did like a Christmas present hunting one, which involved a bit of viewer engagement and all that. So I'm trying to think of stuff I could do over the Christmas period in Surrey being hunted. I'm thinking I could always do certainly some like Christmassy podcast style episodes and all that, which I think would probably be interesting. Maybe, talking about maybe past memorable Christmases that I had as a kid, perhaps. Because the thing is, me and Phil have always, after Christmas, we always do that post-Christmas roundup, or, we have at least done that for a while. But, truth be told, we've done that so often now that, unless we get maybe Connor involved in one of them, we're thinking perhaps next time we might do something slightly different. Who knows? We're just thinking about that anyway, at least. But, yeah, so I'm thinking about things we could do over Christmas and, on a sort of what might seem like a bit of an unrelated note, but which I'll sort of say why it's connected in a second. I was, earlier today, just going on my grocery shop, and I was on a retail park in the town where I live, and I basically did my shopping, got all my stuff, things like that. And it sort of occurred to me that I've not really had any sort of Christmas catalogues from any of the supermarkets yet. Because certainly where I live, it's not uncommon around about this time of year, as you get into sort of late November, early December, it's not uncommon for certain supermarkets to produce sort of like free little brochures, I guess you could say, in which they showcase their Christmas range, things like that. Usually Lidl does that. Sometimes Aldi. Sometimes I get ones for other supermarkets as well, like Waitrose occasionally, which is a bit more high end. But the only thing I've actually had Christmas-wise so far, in that sense, is a little, basically a little brochure for something called Museum Selection, which I've never even heard of, but I guess it's kind of like a homewares and gift kind of company, and they've sent obviously like their little Christmas brochure out with all sorts of gifts to get for people, so all sorts of Christmassy themed things or just general things that might be interesting to get people as Christmas presents. But yeah, like I say, I haven't had any from the main supermarkets, which I mean, there's time yet, they'll probably come through. I always kind of enjoy getting them though, just because I like leafing through them, even though I never buy anything from them, because, good God, usually it's bloody expensive as hell. Even though I never buy anything from them, I do kind of enjoy leafing through them, because I will admit, the pictures are lovely to look at, when they showcase their big, turkey dinner with all the trimmings around it, or the big 3-bird roasts or whatever, or you look at sort of like the dessert pages, the party food pages, things like that, and they always have plenty of interesting looking stuff. Now, having said that, to be honest, when it comes to Lidl, I actually don't need to get a brochure from them to see some of their Christmas range. I can literally just go into my local Lidl, because the local Lidl where I shop, in one of their freezer section aisles, they actually do have a load of what is essentially Christmas food in it, which seems like it's been in there for fucking months. Maybe they just sell it all year round. Maybe it's fucking last year's stock, and it's still perfectly fine, and they've just been trying to shift it. Because, I mean, like, one of the things that they do sell is a pork and cranberry sausage wreath, which sounds really good, but the problem is it's really big, And like, there's a part of me that would be tempted to buy it and have it, but problem is, because it's so big, I would feel really greedy, and I don't think I'd be able to eat it all. Because clearly it's not designed for one person. It's clearly designed for at least two people to eat. So yeah, I couldn't buy that and eat that myself. I'd have to eat it with someone else. I'd have to have a visitor round, something like that. A visitor for dinner or whatever. But they have other stuff as well in their little Christmas range. Carrot baubles, as well as other minted peas, things like that. They also have like, apart from the pork and cranberry sausage wreath, they also have a vegan alternative to that as well, which is basically a vegan sausage and cranberry wreath, which probably also tastes quite nice, I would imagine anyway. But yes, that's the problem sometimes with these big meals. They're designed, they don't do versions that are just for one person. They always bake them up, designed for more than one person, which is kind of annoying. And the thing is, people would say, well, why don't you buy one and just, I don't know, cut it in half, something like that. But the problem is it's frozen, and you have to keep it frozen. And of course you can't really cut it if it's frozen, you have to let it defrost a bit, but then as soon as it defrosts you then have to eat it, because you can't really refreeze it, because most of these things are not suitable for refreezing and things like that, which is always a bit of an annoyance. But yes, so I was talking about brochures, and speaking of brochures, whilst I was doing my daily shop, not daily shop, weekly grocery shop I should say, at Lidl, I just decided to wander into some of the other shops on the retail park at the same time. And there was a Smith's Toy Superstore, and you know me, sometimes I like to buy Lego sets because I like building them. And I just drifted in there to have a look, at Lego sets that were available and all that. Normally I just look to see if there's any sort of good small sets, the cheaper ones, that I could just, buy, build, and then keep on my windowsill, almost like ornaments. But as I was looking down the Lego aisle, I was looking at a brand called Lego Dreams, which I'd never heard of before. Can't say I've ever really noticed it. It's probably been there for ages and I've just not looked at it. But what the hell is Lego Dreams? I've never heard of that before. What is it? It's like one of the most weirdly eclectic looking mixture of sort of like Lego buildings and vehicles and characters I think I've ever seen. Apparently it's based off of an animated TV show or something. I don't know. It's an odd one. I just never heard of it, and it was just like, oh, have I not heard of this? Because I've seen all like the other sets they have in there. Obviously, like Lego Harry Potter, Lego Minecraft, Lego Sonic the Hedgehog, Lego Jurassic Park, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego City, blah blah blah. But Lego Dreams? Wasn't familiar with it. Maybe someone can enlighten me in the comments. Or maybe then again I could just not be lazy and just Google it. I'm sure that would probably give me a much more of an answer. But no, so I was thinking about kind of Lego, and then I was thinking about brochures. And suddenly I started thinking about, when you were a kid, and you used to have brochures and catalogues for big retail companies that would sell, well, all kinds of stuff, including kids' toys. Do you ever remember as a kid leafing through the likes of the Argos catalogue? In fact, actually, I should qualify that actually by asking, does everybody outside the UK know what Argos actually is? Argos is a company here in the UK, a retail company. Basically sells pretty much everything under the sun to do with homewares, office furnishings, toys, just general, appliances, consumer goods, things like that. But the way their shops are set up, you go in there and the items aren't on display. Instead, you go to a desk where there's a brochure, you leaf through it, you find what it is you're interested in buying, and you look for like a little code that it has in the brochure, and there's like a computer set into the desk, and you like key in the code to see if they have any in stock at that location. And what you can then do is, if they have any in stock, you can actually place an order for it there and then. It'll give you an order number, you'll give a payment, and then some member of staff will basically go into the warehouse at the back. They'll find the thing that you've just ordered and they'll bring it out to you. So it's a bit of an interesting way of doing it. Interesting working model. I'm just sort of curious though. Does anyone outside the UK, are you familiar with that? Whoa, Jesus! I thought there was a fucking spider or something on the ground there, but it's not. It's just the lighting and texture of those plants as I sort of move my torch beam. God, that was weird. Good lord. But yeah, I was just kind of curious actually. Do any countries, such as say, I don't know, like the US or Australia, where I think a lot of my viewers are derived from, do you have shops like Argos? Does that sound sort of familiar to you? Does it sound similar to any retail franchises or companies in your respective home states, home nations? Does it sound at all vaguely familiar? I don't know. That's the thing. But the thing is, Argos, they always... I don't know if they still do. They probably still do. But certainly when I was a kid, every sort of few months, they would produce a big, massive catalogue. And they would produce these huge, cheap, big catalogues that would just be piled up at the entrances to their stores. And you could just pick one up and take it away for free. They just handed them out, basically. And as a kid, it was always fun, especially when you're very young, to sort of leaf through the child's toys sections and see some of the weird and wacky shiz that they were selling. And, you usually had all the sort of big brands, like Fisher-Price for very, very young children. Or, if you're a bit older, things like Lego and Action Man and, what else? I had the name of another one in mind a moment ago, but I can't remember. Oh, Hot Wheels, yeah. Little Hot Wheels cars. Bluebird toy stuff. All kinds of stuff. And it was always fun to sort of leaf through them. But recently, I discovered on the internet that there are websites out there where people have actually photocopied entire copies of old 1990s Argos catalogues and have actually uploaded them page by page, which is some real fucking dedication, I'm not going to lie. But I recently rediscovered some of them and started leafing through some of the old 1990s ones from when I was a kid, and good God, it's... Have I talked about this before? I feel like I may have mentioned it before, in essence, but it just made me fucking look at it and think, dear God, what a different world the 1990s was. How strange it was. But it makes me think that, it'd be interesting maybe to do some comedy content here on the channel. Well, not comedy content, but nostalgic content. Maybe where I fire up the old Bandicam screen record function and just sort of maybe record myself looking at some of them, which will be fascinating to me. And it'd be funny just seeing the kind of styles of the 90s once again. Maybe that's a bit of bonus content that I could aim to do here on the channel. Who knows? It's an idea, and it's one that has been sort of brewing in my head for a while. Like I say, I feel like I may have talked about this before on So Being Hunted. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. I'm sure someone out there could probably say. I mean, Lord knows, Phil could probably tell me. Watch as I, get a Discord call or a text or something from Phil in due course after this episode goes out, and he's like, "Oh, you've talked about that before. You've talked about that before, sir. You're not being very original there, Ed. Oh, dearie me. We're going to have to just crucify you, metaphorically speaking, for that. Be original next time." Well, yes. I don't know why I don't know why I do that voice. That's not really how Phil talks at all, but sure. So yeah, that's a bit of an idea for bonus content here on the channel. Yeah, it's like this roundabout sort of line of thought that I was having. So like Christmas brochures, Lidl, supermarket foods, then Lego toys from the 90s, Argos catalogues. You see, it's a weird chain of thought that I basically had going into, as I was sort of about to start this episode. And, admittedly in the days before that as well. It's random, My brain works in strange ways, okay? It's like I think of one thing, then I think of something else. Some people would almost say that that's probably like ADHD or something. I mean, it's not in my case, because I don't have ADHD, at least I'm not diagnosed with it, and I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't manifest any symptoms of ADHD, just saying, but who knows? Maybe, for all I know, the internet has already diagnosed me on minimal information as having all kinds of, I don't know, all kinds of things on the flimsiest of bases. You never know. I feel like that's what the internet's like. he expressed one little thing and everyone's like, yep, that guy's got ADHD, or that guy's depressed, or that guy's a schizophrenic, who knows. So, it did make me also think, though, just going back to the topic, that there is potentially also some interesting content I could actually do on Propagandist. Going back to, the content I do over there. Because mainly, these last few months I've just been doing reaction content over on there. Kind of want to get back to doing some more discussion-based content as well. Because, I'll keep doing reaction stuff as well, but, a bit more traditional propaganda-style discussion content would also be quite good. Just depending on whether I can find the time to record it, which I might be able to. Depends on what sort of format and ideas I produce, and whether they would sort of translate well to a video that could be fairly swiftly edited. Who knows? It's just what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. But that's actually, part of the reason why, as I was saying last episode, I'm actually going to try and block record a lot of content for December in advance. So that way it frees up a bit of time to concentrate on other projects as well. Because I think that probably will be a good idea, right? Because apart from working on my Christmas special here on General Red Strategist, yeah, like I say, actually it would give me a bit of headspace to work on Propagandist as well. Because Lord knows I don't get content out that frequently. At least not as frequently as I would like to. So, that's something to do. Maybe. It's just a thought. It's just an idea. That's another December plan, potentially, right there. God, what a rambling conversation I've had so far in this episode. It's been really, really weird. You think to yourself, how can Red sort of keep spinning this conversation along, just randomly veering from one topic to another? But somehow he manages it, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow I do it. Who knows? Oh, man. So yeah, last episode I was talking about, obviously, series that I'm intending to do over December. In terms of main series, obviously, Commandos Behind Enemy Lines, FNAF Security Breach, blah blah blah. But also, what about bonus content on the channel? What else? What else might I be planning on doing? I mean, obviously, Tomb Raider 3 is going to be continuing over December. I'm going to be obviously pre-recording a bit of that. Subnautica, I want to keep sort of going as well over December too. Because, I'm on a bit of a roll with that game at the moment, which is really, really good, and people are enjoying it. Because I'm really making some progress now in that. I'm, getting the bigger... I'm getting deeper into the tech trees. Doing really well. But I've also been thinking other games as well, like Danganronpa S. I need to get back to that at some point, because I haven't freaking played that in a few weeks now, and I've been meaning to do more of it. So that would be good for a bit of bonus content on the channel. Amnesia, Streets of London, me, Phil and Connor need to get back to that at some point. We've just not really had much opportunity to get ourselves all together recently, just due to other IRL commitments and whatever, which is to be expected. Sometimes our schedules won't always line up. But it does just mean that certain things get delayed at times. But hey, not much we can really do about that, other than just try to keep arranging things as of when the opportunity comes up. But I'm sure in the meantime, me and Phil can probably get some Christmassy content, Christmassy bonus content prepared as well. Just thinking maybe, I don't know, like some Christmassy themed Reddits, something like that, would probably be very, very good. But it's ideas. It's ideas that'll keep me going. I've got, I haven't got any lack of thoughts in terms of what I can do over December. So, yeah, hopefully it will be a productive and very festive and fun little month. Because I think whenever December rolls around, I always feel like I definitely need to do something in the month. Since it's festive, people are counting down towards the holidays. And they want to, probably do something a bit Christmassy. Something quite enjoyable and all that. So yeah, I'll have something, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have something prepared in mind and all that. You'll see. I'm sure whatever I come up with, people will enjoy it and all that. Alright. Okay, that's just a quick additional episode, I think. I just wanted to record episode 612 as well, since I've recorded 611. Because the thing is, the next Sir episode, if my schedule is correct, will be going out on the 1st of December. So I'm thinking that for episode 613, we'll maybe do something a bit more Christmassy themed, perhaps. Maybe a Christmassy podcast style episode with a Christmassy discussion topic or whatever. At least that's the idea. well, you've got that to look forward to then, ladies and gentlemen. So Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the links to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, I'm signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. Sure, I'll steal that. Oh, nice. Nice friggin' big Rootmaster bus model. Sorry. Oh, shit. Right, we're gonna have to kill up. Oh. Well, it's my house now, I guess. Nice. Alright, allow me to just go upstairs to my new bed. Hello! Ah, oh. Spare room, I guess. Ah, look at this! These sweet digs. No, you got nothing in there. Nope, 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 nope. You didn't see anything. Mate, please. Just shook myself in here. No! We are going to have to do something about this guy, I think.